Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure in welcoming you all to the fourth edition of the Global Indian Reality Summit, the first for Hyderabad. We launched this in Dubai first, and this is a property that's a knowledge platform that's presented to you by Network 18 in collaboration with us, St. Angelo's VNCT Ventures. The first was in Dubai, and then we followed it up by having the next in Chennai, and then in Mumbai, and here we are for the fourth event. To quickly tell you, of course, you just heard what this platform is all about. So basically, we're here to try and bring about all the facts of the reality sector, what's happening, and how the trend is moving. And when we have people like Manisha, you can only expect the best. So that's the way it's going. And thank you very much for being here. For me to quickly tell you what St. Angelo's VNCT Ventures is all about. We are global developers. We have our developments happening in Dubai and in India. And in India, we do our developments in Mumbai, Chennai, Coimbatore, Madurai. And today, we're happy to announce that we launched our project in Hyderabad, Jadcherla. And we come under the brand, or the product is called as the White House or the White Villas. And we're into this segment called affordable luxury. Contradicting as it might sound, and it is for a fact, affordable on the price and luxurious on the product quality and the way it's being created. And we're very passionate about it. My partner, Mr. Agnello Rajesh, and me are very, very passionate, and we go after giving the best. And as he had just said about an hour ago, we try and see how we can be better than what we were in our earlier projects. So basically, we're trying to compete with our own selves to offer the best to the client, because client is king. Thank you very much for being here once again, and this is going to be a lovely evening. I think Sanjay and Kanchana, you all dished out a whole load of numbers. It's like pretty exciting. I don't know how much of the numbers sat in their head, but then they were like excellent numbers. But I will go with this. The attitude of the South, okay? For starters, we love properties, okay? When you say you love
more
properties.
More than gold?
And
more than gold, or should I ask you, why is that?
I'm coming to that.
And gold.
And gold. Okay, so it's and gold, not gold and properties. So it's properties first, okay? The second most important thing which I feel as a primary driving force is safety. When somebody puts their money in a property, do they look for safety first or appreciation first? This is going to be a primary direction on how you're going to put your money where. If it's going to be safety first, then you'll say, right, I'll put it on the property because I know it's secured. And you're willing to give it that time for it to appreciate. If it's going to be appreciation first, then you start delaying your decision, you start dilly-dallying, you start choosing between multiple markets. So if you want to cut that risk off, then properties. And therefore, we're seeing it. And the reason why, I'm so happy that Rajesh actually missed his flight. I hope he misses his flight in more airports. We're able to see and gauge the situation better. Because South is fantastic. It's bouncing and it's moving at a fast pace.
All right, 50 cities on your map, on your company's map. This is an interesting point that Sanjay has raised, right? That we need to probably, developers also need to spread out to tier 2 cities and make them as viable as tier 1 cities, because there's only that much that a tier 1 city or the top 8 cities can take in terms of load.
No, absolutely. You know what, where it's overcrowded, you will need to decentralize. Now let's take the same example. Chennai, when it had the floods. Okay, I was in touch with somebody at this very senior level in Stanchart. The decision that they took was, we don't want to be concentrated in this place, which is in the heart of the city, where 70% of their employment is in the heart. And they said, this is massive real estate. This is convenient in more than many ways. But when you look at the inconvenience in the event of, then the best decision is, let's decentralize. So I said, what you guys going to do? Okay, we're going to split up, and we're going to move it into different locations around Chennai. Okay, not concentrate here, and do whatever we can with this, because we encash this and get out. And then we start creating much better infrastructures outside. Now, put the same into a development perspective of a developer or an economy as such. Now, if we are trying to say it's not just going to be bang in Hyderabad, go to the outskirts, bang in Chennai, go to the outskirts, or tier 2, in the outskirts of tier 2, there, to create an infrastructure is simpler, and it's not this crazy. and the situation will develop and it will encourage better real estate sales.
So you say
It'll be more sustainable.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it'll be spiked. There'll be ups and there'll be downs because of these issues.
all right.
But all the time I would say that in India, you're not going to have the infrastructure first.
Right.
Infrastructure is going to be next, and you're going to have your development first because you're going with a vision. When you go with a vision, you go after it, and then the infrastructure is going to take that time to come behind it. But maybe the gap will close up.
Are
Just
you
on the
also-
comment that we were discussing about it's not very organized and stuff like that. Basically, we're entrepreneurs. So when you're an entrepreneur, what do you say first? It's not because of whatever it is. In spite of, you're going to be there and you're going to deliver. You are going to drive home the results. So I think that should be the spirit to take it forward, whichever it is. Hyderabad, not Hyderabad, wherever.
Okay.
For the same.
Entrepreneurs thrive on chaos. We can see that.
I'm not saying chaos. I do agree with what Sanjay says. You know, you create a fantastic product. You create it very livable.
Or you see
great
advantage
quality.
in chaos.
No, I'm saying it's there, fine, but you don't have to go after that market alone. Create newer markets.
Yeah.
Step out. Start telling somebody, hey, you can live a much, much, much better life with smaller amount of money. So come around.
All right.
So looks great.
Mr.
I
Reddy?
have a question, and that question is for Rajesh. It's like this. While we were discussing, we
Both
just
were
had.
asking questions.
Okay, we just had a comment from.
Xbox current boss. Huh?
We had a comment from Sanjay where he said, where the market is not chaotic, you know, it's more end user, it's not going to really hype up, it's not going to appreciate to that level. If you want the best of both the worlds, you want an organized market, but at the same time, you would like the appreciation to go up as well. Make it a little bit kind of investor friendly too. What is to be done? Quickly in a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't get the last part.
Okay, if you have to make an organized market as a market that's both for the end user as well as for the investor as well, then what would your suggestions be?
So, well, we all know that whenever there is chaos, there is market, there is appreciation. Sanjay Dutt also clarified the same thing. But when the infrastructure grows along with the chaos, diminishing the chaos, that's when appreciation happens. And we are seeing this in all the major metros of the country, where congestion is one strong reason why people are moving outside. Why does it get congested? Because the product price becomes unbuyable. You cannot buy that, it becomes so expensive. The outskirts eases out the price points, and that's how people move out. The infrastructure will definitely grow along with the appreciation. And when you buy, for example, you buy it at Jarcharla, which is 70 kilometers from here. It's comfortable to travel, good price point. But as you, in Hyderabad, the infrastructure is there already, but in Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, infrastructure is a question mark, and it will keep improving as the time goes by, and the appreciation happens only if infrastructure goes. That's my point on some smart investments around the cities as far as the metro cities are concerned, and flourishing two-tier cities.